everybody. Welcome to Impossible Coin. I'm your host, Brian Cartwright, and I'm joined by one Tegan Somerset.
That's me.
I'm also joined by Rocky Hardy, who I understand has power.
So I've heard.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening. We're a podcast ostensibly about video games, and we're your number one source for all of the hottest goss related to Kingdom Hearts 4.
Uh-huh. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. I can do this.
I am here with a couple professional Kingdom Hearts scientists.
Okay.
To get their thoughts on the math and science of the Kingdom Hearts 4 presentation from Disney D23.
I do want to say that I am a currently disgraced Kingdom Hearts physicist after they laughed me out of the building when I questioned the efficacy of gummy ship construction back when they were trying to release Kingdom Hearts 3. But who's laughing now? No, it's not me.
It could be you. That sounds like you.
Yeah.
So, I have Kingdom Hearts questions.
I don't think I have any answers, but I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a college try.
All right, great. Okay, fantastic. So there was a gameplay presentation. They also swore up and fucking down that this thing is coming out next year.
Yeah,
late next year. Yeah. Late next year. They tempered our own expectations by being like, it's not gonna be like a early, it's gonna be like Q4. Which, like, sure, that sounds more correct than anything before summer. So
yeah, but then they doubled down on it. They're like, yeah, it's late next year, but it's definitely next year. So they kind of had their cake and ate it too. They pushed it out as far as they could, but then said it's not budging.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay. And we have had numerous conversations on this show related to Kingdom Hearts delays. Is this happening? Is Kingdom Hearts 4 going to happen in 2027?
I mean, it could, but like, I'm not putting it on my calendar.
I think so.
Oh.
I think if they weren't confident it was going to be late 2027, I don't think they would have given us a date at all. You know?
Yeah, that's fair. Also,
it's
this
like
was a Disney announcement as opposed to Square Enix.
Yeah, since Square Enix isn't the one who was like, this is when it's coming, I believe it a lot more, you know? Just because of how the Disney marketing arm works, you know?
All right. Does anyone feel like this year Kingdom Hearts has a much stronger guiding presence from Disney? Is that just me?
I don't feel like it's much more guided than, say, Kingdom Hearts 3, to be honest.
Okay.
But it's, it's not comparable to 1 and 2, if that's what you're talking about.
Okay. So they did a little, and I want to make sure. And again, saying I want to make sure I understand and Kingdom Hearts anywhere near the same sentence is a fool's errand.
No, it's
Dude,
not.
It's not complicated.
Fine. We can get out the whiteboard again. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's
I say
okay.
I'm not doing any of the work here. I'm just saying, yeah, it makes sense.
There's a lot of moving parts or whatever, and they do like Saturday morning cartoons levels of logic with their shit, and like pretending that it's like a precisely orchestrated story is gibberish.
Yeah.
And like if you accept those things, it's not that deep.
Okay, so Sora is missing?
Sora's in an alternate world. Yes.
Right.
Sora's been isekai'd, correct.
Mm-hmm.
To where?
Great question.
We don't know yet. They didn't say. Also, I'm not sure it matters, if I'm being honest.
Okay, I guess that's also fair.
For plot reasons, I'm sure it matters. But right now, it kind of looks like Japan, which is fine. You know?
Mm.
Okay, so I mean, it'd be really funny if Sora just showed up at the end of the Final Fantasy VII remake.
So, okay. So, unironically, Rocky and I were talking about that last night, and I was like, is there going to be a Final Fantasy XIV tie-in dungeon quest line for Kingdom Hearts 3 now that Sora looks like a Square Enix character and not like a Disney video game character? And I think the answer is probably.
Yeah.
Well,
Riku looks great. Riku looks like a Final Fantasy character, finally. Like, he is... I'm not convinced, you can't convince me that they didn't design Riku for a Final Fantasy game and then repurpose his design for Kingdom Hearts. Like, Riku finally looks normal.
Are you just talking about Noctis? Because
yeah.
He did just look like Noxus for like 10 years, and now he doesn't.
Yeah. Now he looks like he belongs, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We got it.
I like that he didn't look like he belonged. I feel like that was good character design considering what they did with the character.
Yeah, and I feel like that's part of the thing. And now Sora doesn't look like he belongs. And I think that's potentially an interesting plot point. Will they do anything with it? But it's interesting.
Right.
Okay. And Kingdom Hearts scientists, please thank you for understanding that I don't understand and I have large gaps in my knowledge and I might ask questions that are dumb.
First of all, it's Kingdom Hearts. There are no dumb questions. Second of all, I don't know what I'm talking about either. It's fine.
Also, like, we're friends. Have we ever presented a situation where like you asked a question and we bullied you over it? You know what I mean? Like, this is safe, dude. It's our podcast.
Let the record show there's a whole channel on our Discord called Songs That Everyone Should Know About when I asked about music.
Oh my god. Brian, if you think that's making fun of you, I will delete it right now. I swear to God.
All right, I'm working a bit.
Okay.
Working a bit.
We got worried for a second.
Okay. I'm working a bit.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, damn it. Now it's like pro wrestling. I've just exposed the kayfabe.
No, it's okay. If we really were going to be making fun of each other, then we'd need to add a channel that's just food Tegan doesn't know exists, because we had an entire conversation on stream yesterday about what the fuck plain yogurt is. Because Rocky was like plain yogurt, and I was like, oh yeah, you mean vanilla. So like, what flavor do you use when you're doing your marinade? And Rocky was like, plain. And I was like, yeah, you said vanilla.
No.
Like, I get that. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. That's the whole conversation. It was very good.
It was definitely
well, we can do it again. I'm fine with it. Because I was like, I have a raspberry, like, vinaigrette thing that I do with a chicken. And so I use raspberry Greek yogurt when I marinate that chicken. Because that makes sense. It adds a little tang and a little more raspberry to the flavor. You know? And everybody thought I was nuts. So... whatever.
Okay.
It's right. Cool.
Everyone goes home a winner. Everyone goes home a winner.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I guess my next question is, Mickey Mouse is here? Question mark.
Mickey Mouse has
been here the whole
it's
time.
Great. He is the king in Kingdom Hearts. So yeah.
Wait, yeah, actually, hold on. Just to take a step back real quickly. It's like 2 minutes, Brian. Donald and Goofy in the original Kingdom Hearts was trying to find their way back to King Mickey, who ironically was looking for Sora and Riku. They didn't know exactly Sora and Riku, but that's what he was doing. And Donald and Goofy found Sora first, and they need to get back to Mickey. In Kingdom Hearts 2, technically, Mickey shadows Sora through his entire journey. And so whenever you lost a boss fight, you had the option to retry it, fighting as King Mickey. And if you won, the story would progress as if nothing else happened. Mm-hmm. And then in Kingdom Hearts 3, I think Mickey was just like a character that did something or whatever. And so like now in Kingdom Hearts 4, he is a more discreet, playable character along with Donald and Goofy.
Yes.
Okay, so like, because I saw some gameplay where the assembled party was Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, and I'm like, well, where the fuck is Sora? And apparently the answer is Japan, but not really.
Maybe Japan.
Right.
Unclear.
Maybe Japan.
Okay, all right.
Unclear if Japan. Could be,
but not. He's not in Final Fantasy VII.
No, not yet.
Okay.
I mean, not yet. Yeah.
Okay.
To our knowledge, no, not in Final Fantasy VII. Just in
also
Shibuya or something.
That would cause more problems because Cloud is definitely in the Final Fantasy in the Kingdom Hearts verse as well as Sephiroth.
Mm-hmm.
And that version of Cloud does not align with Rebirth or the original Final Fantasy VII. He is kind of like a dude post those times.
Okay. I'm going to say a thing. I'm going to make a heresy.
Let's do it.
What if there were two Clouds?
I mean, sure, fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Cloud is a genetic clone, so yeah, there could be two Clouds.
Yeah. So if there's Kingdom Hearts Cloud, and then there's Final Fantasy VII Remake Cloud.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can even have bullshit low poly Cloud show up. Just clouds everywhere.
Yeah, Cloud Generations or whatever. That's okay.
Yeah. Maybe Snowboarding Cloud? Smash Brothers Cloud?
Smash Brothers Cloud's the same Cloud. That one's actually the same Cloud.
Okay. So that we don't need to hit start on the copier there.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any idea what run of bullshit worlds we're gonna have in this one?
We do know that Coco is gonna be there. We know that. Mm-hmm. And we know whatever this real quote unquote real world is gonna be there.
Okay. Is there any word on whether or not Boba Fett and Baby Yoda will be there?
Unclear.
Okay.
Did they? Well, I mean, have they done Star Wars World? Because if they have, it's entirely possible. But if they haven't, then my guess is no.
They have not, to my knowledge. They've done a lot of things, even in the sci-fi realm, but Star Wars is not one of them.
Have they Troned before?
Yes.
Yeah,
they have.
Tron was in 3.
Okay, so they've Troned before.
Mm-hmm.
And it is also to my understanding that before the fall from grace, Jack Sparrow joined the world.
Yes,
that's right.
That is true. I would expect, since we're getting a Coco world, I would also expect an Encanto world.
Word.
The theming around finding your place in a family when you are distinctly different from that family feels like it will fit right in with everything that is going on.
That's awfully generous.
Thanks.
Assuming that kind of thematic cohesion, maybe they can do it.
I mean, they used to do stuff like that.
They did a really good bit around generational friendships with the latest Toy Story world in Kingdom Hearts 3. So it's not unheard of for Kingdom Hearts to actually say things,
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
It didn't say anything in the Frozen world. It very much felt like when they did Frozen that was just we're adding in Frozen because Frozen is popular,
Right.
As opposed to we're adding in Frozen because we have something interesting to say using Frozen as the backdrop. But I think I think there are things to say, particularly with Riku, about from Encanto. So.
Word. I know Nomura seems to be pretty excited about the roles that Maleficent and Hades will be playing in the story's narrative this time. So that's cool.
That doesn't necessarily mean we're going back to Thebes or wherever the Enchanted Woods or wherever Sleeping Beauty's stuff is.
Right.
Now, I just want to find a list of all the worlds in Kingdom Hearts. How hard can this be?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Brian.
Wikipedia has failed me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Brian.
there's a whole bunch of stuff in here,
Mm-hmm.
but not what I need or want.
Not what you're looking for. That's okay. You'd probably have to look at it by like game.
Yeah. Mm,
And not all of the featured projects have worlds. Like the 101
well, this is a better one, I
Dalmatians
think.
were in Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts 1, yeah.
Yeah, as like because their world, like Dalmatians' world, had been destroyed, and you had to
Right.
find all the puppies. So like, you know,
Jesus Christ.
yeah. Well, it was a whole thing. That was a big
That was the whole
problem.
thing. Oh, this one's probably better. This one has like images for everything. Here you go, Brian. There's 2 links. I'm gonna delete the first one because it's pretty much only about the first game. But these 2 should cover everything.
Okay, great. Fantastic. All right, let's see here. Worlds.
Yep.
The 100-Acre Wood. Man, what the fuck is Winnie the Pooh going to do?
It was a big deal. Fuck off, Brian.
Winnie the Pooh's world, honestly, great.
Yeah.
Reconnecting with your calmer sense of self, and then like carrying them forward into a scary new world. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
It's here, Agrabah. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
that one's fine.
Agrabah was because Jasmine was a princess of heart, and also Jafar was part of Maleficent's like bad guy squad.
Mm-hmm.
It's here, Arendelle. What's Arendelle?
That's where Frozen is.
Okay. Yeah. As Brian dates himself.
Frozen is a movie for girls who have sisters. So, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very specific audience. Because little kids like it, that doesn't exclude the fact that it was actually just for girls with sisters. You know?
Let's see here. Oh, wow. Okay, Atlantica.
Yeah.
That one's like most of the games, Mermaid. Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Beast Castle.
Yeah. Belle was also a Princess of Heart.
Candy Kingdom, is that Wreck-It Ralph?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
You get to go-kart.
Oh. Castle Oblivion. Do what now?
I think that's actually Kingdom Hearts like original.
Yeah.
Okay. Castle of Dreams.
Similar, I think, but I'm not 100% sure, actually.
The Cybug Sector.
Okay, Brian, if we're just going to read we're going to be here for a while.
Okay, all right, you're right. I need to, I guess, more. Let me focus in. I want to find shit that what really? Okay.
Monstro's in there somewhere. I know that. I fucking hate that level.
Has there been any encounter with Roger Rabbit?
Not yet.
No.
Okay, and now not ever, because the rights to Roger Rabbit have entirely reverted to the original author, Gary K. Wolfe.
Congrats!
Yeah. So he owns Roger Rabbit free and clear now.
Does anybody could get another like Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Because I'd be down.
In development, Deegan.
Hell yeah! Oh my god, my mind.
I'm pretty stoked about that.
With how the Coyote movie looks, I'm very excited.
I am so excited for the Coyote movie. Oh my god. But the reason
I might go to a theater for that.
Is I'm like, man, are there any characters who've ever shown up who can never show up again? Because if Roger Rabbit had showed up, he's gone now. So I guess that's not the case. And I'm guessing that Jack Sparrow's not going to show back up. Ain't nobody want that.
He might.
They just got to cut a different deal, you know?
Yeah, he showed up. It could be that maybe Elizabeth shows up, you know? I could see someone else from Pirates of the Caribbean showing up, not Jack Sparrow, but like Pirates of the Caribbean, I could see coming back. You know?
Yeah, I guess there's that whole like Jeffrey Rush character, because like by the time they get to the end of those movies, like his character has been, he's done a hero turn. They could have that guy.
Mm.
I guess there's the Orlando Bloom guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They got all kinds of guys.
Yeah, there's other characters I think who could show up from Pirates that would like fill the role that Jack Sparrow would have needed, you know?
But Jack Sparrow, I think, is pretty much like going to be banished to the hinterlands. He ain't coming back specifically.
Okay.
Let's see. Shibuya. What is
that's Japan. That's just regular old Japan. Okay, yeah. So I wasn't crazy. He is just fucking in Shibuya.
Okay.
Delightful. All of my Jujutsu Kaisen knowledge coming to the surface.
Well, actually, Shibuya is a reference to Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah.
Where they go to the world of The World Ends With You.
Oh yeah, that's right. They could go back.
They could.
It would make sense for them to go back, honestly.
Especially since they did the sequel and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They got new characters, and those guys are cool.
How long has it been since Kingdom Hearts 3?
About a decade.
Did you say 2013?
I said about a decade.
Okay, about a decade.
Came out in 2019.
Kingdom Hearts 3 came out in 2019. So 7 years, we're looking at 8 by the time 4 comes out.
Yeah.
They just gotta have that Mandalorian and the Baby Yoda.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. I'm just saying.
I don't think they gotta.
Oh, everyone loves Baby Yoda.
Everybody loves Baby Yoda, but I don't think they gotta have Star Wars there. You know? Like, they don't have Marvel there.
They might have Marvel in this one.
Yeah.
Up till now, it's all been Disney, or it's for the most part been Disney animated projects.
Right.
So, I don't know if they do Marvel.
That's fair. I don't know if they do either, but like I feel like if they were going to do Marvel, I think now would be the time.
Because they're changing art style.
They're in this whole like transitional phase, and they have a leading project with Marvel right now, which is currently animated, which is the X-Men '97 series. Plus, they're relaunching the whole fucking thing in 2028 with the kickoff of like I guess Phase 7, which will be the Mutant Saga, starting with the X-Men movie. So if you wanted to like soft launch, getting people excited for Marvel again, you could do it by slipping some X-Men into this game.
I don't think that would help, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I like the X-Men, but like I don't think that would get me psyched for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you know?
For sure. I think it'd be like the other way around. I think people who are like, scratching at their enclosures for more Marvel shit would just pick up KH4 because there's some Marvel shit in there until like the next stuff kicks off.
The problem is I don't care what Square Enix says. You're not going to be able to start with Kingdom Hearts 4.
That's fair.
You're not going to be able to just drop into that. You're going to need some background somewhere. And I don't see them putting a big old movie in it to explain what the fuck is happening.
So what's the score with this Kingdom Hearts series?
What do you mean?
The animation project? No idea.
Yeah. Okay,
no clue yet. Not enough details.
Okay, fantastic. Great. Solid.
Could be great, could be terrible. I will keep you posted for sure as we get like more information about it. Because I think all they've done so far is say, like, it's happening and it'll be on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little surprised that like Disney hasn't taken a firmer hand with this thing because
What would that look like?
brand slop TM, where all of the brands like just hang out together, like that's the order of the day, like in the larger market, like that's Fortnite, baby.
I mean, Kingdom Hearts is never going to be Fortnite, but also Disney has stuff that does that already, right?
Yeah, Dreamlight Valley.
Yeah. Disney, like, which is like I guess Disney but Animal Crossing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I get it. It's cute, you know?
Sora went to Dreamlight Valley. Oh no.
I mean, you might. I guess.
If the worlds are stable, I don't think there's a need for Dreamlight Valley to exist. But if all the worlds were still being destroyed like they were in Kingdom Hearts 1, I would say maybe. Dreamlight Valley is like a refugee location for people whose world has been destroyed, you know?
Mm-hmm. Like, it would probably be much more likely that Sora just shows up in that game rather than that world showing up in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good for Sora, you know?
Yeah.
He probably wants you to
Sora does
reassemble
that.
his gummy ship so he could jet, you know?
Yeah, that sounds right. Using too many like cylinders. They got to use more rhombuses, but you know they don't understand the corners. They're cowards.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that this can one day lead to a fighting game we can all get behind, which is Disney versus Capcom versus Square Enix.
Oh, I don't think that would happen. It'd be fun, but
I still feel like you're describing Smash Bros. Man, I'm so sorry.
Well, I mean, I guess it would just be confined to those three umbrellas. You know, like you would have no chance of Minecraft Steve showing up looking for some of that sweet. You know what? They don't do those anymore. You know what? Never mind. Strike it.
Yeah.
Money on.
So you're going to keep your secrets on our shared podcast. That's what.
No. I'm just thinking about because I'm thinking about Capcom fighting games and I was like, well, when was the last time there was like a lushly animated 2D Capcom fighting game? And they may have fighters like on a 2D plane, but we have not had like pixel art fighters since forever ago. I mean, like Street Fighter 3?
Okay, come on, dude. That game is 30 years old.
Is Street Fighter 3
I'm going to find some pixel art fighting games for you. Okay.
No. That's a serious question. I'm not.
Yeah, I know. Street Fighter 3 came out in 1997, so next year it will be 30 years old.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
I'm
is there anybody doing?
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna find you some great games. It's okay. You've been out of the space for a little bit. It's all right.
Well,
you know?
I'm back in. I'm back in.
Yeah. So it's okay if you miss some stuff. That's what we're here. That's what we're here to help with. You know.
This is the shot from the hip that I just found, but I'm gonna look around. Also, there's still fucking Melty Blood. Okay, you know it's okay. I'm gonna calm down, but
Jesus Christ,
Rocky forgot about Melty Blood for a second.
Yeah, well,
for a moment, Rocky existed in a world where Melty Blood was not a video game. You know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Melty Blood is live. It's still one of the quieter fighting games, but if you want matches, there are definitely people that will play with you at all hours.
Look at this bullshit.
Yeah, man. That came out 2 years ago, by the way. Brian's looking at Smack Studio for anyone that's interested. You know what? I'm just going to go. I'm going to do this from
You make little guys. You can make your own little guys.
Yep.
That's neato.
God.
The game scene continues to evolve.
Yeah, dude. Like,
isn't it great?
Wait!
Isn't it genuinely, hang on, no, from a place of earnestness, isn't it nice to know that people are still interested in the things that brought you joy in video games? Isn't that cool? I love that.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. This one came out 5 years ago, but this is a fighting game called Bayani. That still has positive reviews. The Avatar Legends fighting game is also a lushly animated 2D fighting game, but I'm not going to support it because Mike Z's involved, which is a whole other thing. But that did come out like 2 weeks ago. There's still them fighting herds. I'm looking at something called Fighting Fiends.
Oh, look at man, this. Look at this. Look at this goddamn thing.
We are pleased to report that video games are still occurring. Video games are still happening for all those who are interested.
Oh man, this is Rocky. This is just straight up boner material. This is fantastic.
Congratulations, my guy.
We're happy to assist in your time of need.
Yeah.
Not with the boner though. You're on your own for that.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm happy to report I don't make my boners other people's problems.
Yay!
Right. Okay, if I look at 2D fighters, that's interesting. Tell me more, video game. I found a roguelike action video game called Warm Snow. It is a roguelike action game that seems to be like samurai action combat, but you like do a bit of deck building as you go about your business. It looks like it's out of China, like Bilibili. Like, wait, no, Bilibili's Japanese. No, it's Chinese.
It's Chinese.
Thank you. But it's action top-down combat with a bit of deck building. And it looks like you're a samurai wandering the snowy countryside. Not a samurai. I guess you're just a swordsman in this case. Fucking Hi-Fi Rush came out like 3 years ago. Absolem came out last year. Your only move is hustle is still real. You can play Rivals of Ether. Like, it's fine. Brian, they're video games for those with eyes to see. Yeah, Absolem is good. I'm kind of bummed that they did turn it down from a 3-player game to a 2-player game, but it is what it is, you know?
Mm.
Oh. Video games.
Video games!
Oh, also, they put Shrek in Brawlhalla, apparently, if you're interested in that.
I am not, you know what? No, whatever the opposite of interested is, that's me.
That's your business.
Congrats.
Also, there's still the JoJo fighting game. It's not exactly 2D. It's technically an arena fighter, but like you're not bouncing off the walls or flying or anything. You're just doing, JoJo bullshit. And that's cool.
Yeah.
Brian, I unironically think you would enjoy JoJo bullshit. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is full of bullshit in the most goofy way, you know?
I mean, I have heard this many times, and heck, maybe.
You know how, like, Star Wars is just, like, keeping up with the Skywalkers? That's what JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is. It's all one family's fault. Everything that is happening all the time. Well, it's two families' fault, I guess, because the vampire, but,
I still feel like everything is still Dios's fault, but that's, it is what it is. Also, Brian, like, it's still, like, on the edge of, like, 3D, 2D stuff, but I think you would also get a significant amount of mileage out of Guilty Gear Strive.
Mm.
I feel I'm having the most enormous sense of deja vu. Like
Yay.
this is like I feel Rocky, is this a video game I bought on a platform before? Like,
Ooh, let's find out together. I'm going to look at my thing of Guilty Gear Strive. I'm going to see if Brian currently owns it. We'll find out together, Ramblers. Let's see. Go to the store page. Who has this? Joel has it. Flap has it. Sergio, Attica, Roy has it. Twan has it. And Double Nash, but not Brian. You do not seem to have Guilty Gear Strive. If and only if we are still friends on Steam, which I do believe is true.
this is a real thing. We are friends on Steam.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't think you have it on Steam. You could have purchased it on a different platform because it is also everywhere. But as far as I can tell, you don't seem to own it on Steam.
Okay. All right.
Is it Steam Deck verified?
I'm almost certain, but let me confirm.
I mean, I'm almost certain as well, but I figure may as well.
No, it's just playable, apparently. It's the things that it's still like iffy on is that it shows mouse, keyboard, or non-Steam Deck controller icons, which is true. And
that's fine.
entering some text requires manually invoking the on-screen keyboard. But otherwise, all functionality is accessible when using the default controller configuration. In-game interface text is legible, and the default graphics configuration performs well on Steam Deck, which I think is the thing that matters.
Invoking the on-screen keyboard. Oh no, I had to press the Steam key plus X at the same time. Oh no. It's really easy.
For sure.
Yeah. No big to invoke the on-screen keyboard.
But yeah, I like my time with Guilty Gear Strive. I was playing with Zooks for a while, because there's an ongoing conversation where Zooks thinks he's better than me at video games, and he wants to fight about it. So we fought about it, and then eventually,
But did you lose?
I didn't lose.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when it came to a rematch, he apparently was bored / busy, so we never got back to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to make sure to say the order of events.
Sure.
This person who we will call Zooks
Yeah.
was like, I am better than you at video games.
Yes.
Right.
And then you said, have at you, sir, slapped him with a glove, and said, Guilty Gear Strive, let's do this.
Right.
And then he lost this Zooks.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, you know what? I'm feeling a little lightheaded, a little peckish. I'm gonna have a sandwich and then lay down.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Okay. So,
not to call you out on the podcast or anything, but
yeah,
that's exactly what happened.
Okay.
I guess technically what I'm doing is I'm calling him out.
Yeah.
He deserves it. It's fine.
Yeah. I will say
he forgets this every 6 months, and then we have to do it again.
Yeah. I'll say this. Yeah, the collective organization known as Impossible Coin, the proprietors of the Impossible Coin Game and Community Center, are not calling you out. However, Sunday shift leader Brian Cartwright is calling your ass out.
Yeah. There we go.
Fucking nerd.
Oh yeah, no, it is what it is. Honestly, I've been looking for an excuse to get back into Strive also. They're in season 5 now. And so they've added some new characters. What's her name from Cyberpunk 2077 is playable now, along with Robo-Kai. But I'm just happy that Jam is back in the game, because Jam was sick. I always thought she was super cool. And now, as opposed to the past where, she was a flirty 20-something, they allowed her to grow as a character in the interim time. And now she's just a grown-ass woman with this similar skills. I think that's cool.
Good for her.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna get you guys some Jam stuff. I don't know how much you guys know about Jam, but she's cool. She's got a rabbit. And she fights with straight hands,
No gimmicks?
No, well, she has a gimmick, but it's in her hands, you know?
Yeah,
It's not like
right.
fucking what's it like Happy Chaos is like fucking Magnum or like the blood shenanigans that Nagura Yuki does or like the fans that Anji has or anything, you know?
Right,
Like
yeah. Mm-hmm. It's not anime bullshit, it's fighting game bullshit.
yeah.
Man, um, I, uh, I
Yeah,
mean,
dude.
yeah, I'm just. This is a thing. This is trouble that I get into periodically, where I look at
Uh-huh.
video games that I have historically got my dick kicked in, and
Oh.
I've just been like, you know what? Maybe I want to get back on that fucking horse. And I just thought I just thought the world's most dangerous sentence.
Oh.
Yeah, what do you got?
Is it time to reinstall Monster Hunter?
Hey, dude, if you want to play with me, I got you. It's like World, right? Like that's what you'd be doing.
Uh, I mean, but that's also not the current. That's not the Monster Hunter du jour anymore, right?
Uh, I would say it is not the latest Monster Hunter. World is very much still alive. Like if you're worried about, playing online with people or just like
All
dropping into a lobby, don't worry about it, dog. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Can I find out? I'm gonna find out how many concurrent players Monster Hunter World has right now at time of recording. Okay, SteamDB. You know what, Brent? I want you to guess. I want you to guess how many people are currently playing right now.
15,000.
Okay, close. I got 13,263.
Oh my god! I should guess weights at the county fair.
The 24-hour peak is a little over 26K, which is far from the all-time peak 8 years ago, which was like 334,000 people. But like, dude, if you want to play some Monster Hunter, there's some hunters out there.
Only looking at Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah, that's the one I've been playing lately. Wild is fun. Also, I think you might like stories. You know what? You know what's really crazy? The players right now in the 24-hour peak are surprisingly similar for Wilds. 15K, 15,303, and 24-hour peak 25,869, so a little less than World right now. The peak is way higher. It broke like 1.3 million, almost 1.4, about 17 months ago. So like there'll probably be a big spike around Ascension or something. But like, I don't know, man. If you want to play World, get after it.
Video games.
Yeah.
I do have a terrible confession.
Sure.
Hopefully, y'all can help me walk through it and maybe try to figure out how to deal with this problem. As you know, for a very long time, I did a lot of devoting time each week to video games. But what was the only game I was playing, folks?
It was Hearthstone.
That's right.
Hearthstone.
Yep, I was like, all right, here I am dumping like 20 hours a week into games.
Mm-hmm.
It's all Hearthstone, and I'm not having fun.
Yeah.
And you weren't having fun. You can't forget that part.
That's
the important part, I think.
20 hours a week, and it sucked the entire time.
Right. And there was a lot of there was a lot of joylessness, and it was bad. Like a lot of like the systems that they created were just like abusive gambling systems.
Yep.
Yeah. Like there was badness. So they had this new expansion called Escape the Violent Hold about a prison break. And I saw that each class was going to defy a core mechanic of Hearthstone in some unique way. And it's like, Oh,
Uh-huh.
guys, I'm back on the bullshit.
I knew it. You told me that last week. I did say if you don't want to play anymore, you don't have to. I want the record to reflect that.
Okay.
You know?
And so
The record shall reflect.
I want to add some additional details. I'm still currently having fun.
Okay.
The things which are happening in the game right now are fun. Here's
Sure.
the part where I get nervous. Is that, like, at some point the fun is going to run out.
Yeah.
Like the meta will either get boring. We'll get to that point where there's like only 3 decks, and if you're not playing one of those 3 decks, you can fuck yourself. They'll do something where, like, in order to like get some like reward, they want you on like a treadmill for like 14 hours a day, and like I'm not willing to give them 14 hours of my day. Like, something will happen which will like make it joyless.
Okay.
Whatever that is, it hasn't happened yet. That's the critical part.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I just fret and go like, will I have the strength to step off when it stops being fun? Like, I did it once before. Can I?
Okay. I do feel like that's the wrong question.
Okay.
If I'm being honest with you.
Okay.
Because like you staying on is not a measure of strength or weakness. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when you stopped playing Hearthstone before, what you did is that you created an environment where it would be easier for you to leave. That, like, took into consideration the things that you wanted from the game, what you can get out of it, and recognizing where you have had enough and you could disconnect from it. Am I wrong about that?
You are correct. Your understanding is correct.
Okay. Brian, I'd like to offer you an alternative, if you don't mind. There are a few things that I'm planning to do as like the year goes on. I am messing around on a couple of ranked ladders this year. I am preparing to get back into one of the Riot spin-off games, Teamfight Tactics, which is their auto battler. Originally, it was definitely like a cookie cutter spin-off of like auto chess. It's a little different now. There's a lot more stuff that's going on. It's not as much about deck building as it used to be. Like, it's more about navigating a space, responding to unique circumstances, and making better choices than the people around you. And the win cons are definitely a lot more lenient. You don't have to win your lobby to progress forward. In fact, you generally just need to be top 4. And it's a lot easier to like survive to top 4 if you're careful. And so like there's a lot more opportunities to try to, just skate by, as opposed to like an all or nothing scenario, like a lot of like 1v1 like card games go. Their new ranked season, which involves a new set, is going to drop 10 days from recording today. I am planning to take on the ladder, and I'm going to try to get to platinum, which I think was my peak whenever I played Teamfight Tactics when it initially came out. I'm getting reacclimated to the game, and I'm, remembering what I used to know, and like also like rediscovering my gut and navigating the mechanics as they are currently presented. I think it'll be a good time. I'm only playing a couple games a day, but if you'd like to join me sometime, maybe it'd be a good use of your time. Alternatively, I am also going to spend a bit more time with Mahjong. It's going to be different hours. Like I'm like still drawing out like my parameters there, but at worst, I'm going to treat it like I was doing like League of Legends, where like I'm only going to play 3 matches a day at most, and usually it'll probably be just one. And Mahjong is a deeply interactive game, and it's a perfect information game where like if you're paying attention to like the discards that you're doing and those of your opponents, you can sufficiently reason out what's going on and what plays like feel good or correct. And there are choices that can be made depending on what you're going for. And the only like limit is the amount of time that you have to make that decision. It's not quite a reaction thing, it's more of a processing game than anything else. But I think it could also present a unique challenge. It is also, from what I'm understanding, almost certainly an entirely new game to you. So that might also be a barrier to entry. But if that's not too much, that could also be something that we could do, or something that you could spend some time with if you're interested, and if Hearthstone isn't treating you right. I just wanted to put that out there.
There's a thing in my brain that I have found will function as like a bucket of cold water.
Okay.
If I'm just like, gotta go do some Hearthstone, then my brain will say, Brian, what does Hearthstone have to offer that will ever feel as good as Nan Inf is going to feel?
Fair.
So that is the thing. That is what I'm hoping is the vaccine for that moment. I think I think it's got a good shot. But right now, as I said, Hearthstone is currently fun. I think you all know of my taste for mill decks in one-on-one card games.
Yeah.
Yes, I like to make my opponent draw cards. I like to make them feel bad about drawing cards. That feels good to me. And there is currently a Paladin Legendary, which allows the Paladin class to break a core rule of Hearthstone by putting more than 2 copies of a single card into a deck. You select 1 2-mana card, and you can put 10 copies of it in your deck. And there's a Murloc that has a battle cry. You and your opponent draw 1 card, and a death rattle. You and your opponent draw 1 card. Now, I have an extra 10 cards in my deck. My opponent does not. So, I'm doing a lot more drawing. They're doing a lot more drawing, but my deck is bigger. And then there is a legendary, which is currently in rotation. It's a neutral legendary, who has a death rattle. Replicate the death rattle of 5 of your minions that died this game.
You get to pick?
That's random. But if the only other death rattles in your deck are these 10 Murlocs,
then they have to draw a bunch of cards.
Yeah. Sure, I'm going to draw 5 cards, but sure, they're going to draw 5 cards. Especially since there's so many decks right now. Like, Hunters and Warlocks are primer and trying to get through their deck as quickly as possible. And I'm like, oh, that's funny, that's cute. That's cute that you just drew 3 cards that you wanted. That's nice. Well, how about you draw another one? And it's funny to watch them, how quickly they become paralyzed, because half of their hand is devoted to card draw, and once they realize that I'm making them draw, they're like, oh, half of my hand is useless, because I'm just going to keep on drawing cards if I play these cards. So it really punishes Hunter. It really punishes Warlock. The Warlocks have figured out that there's a way to counter it with their own rule-breaking card. There is a Warlock legendary that says that any card which is burned, and to burn in Hearthstone is to try and draw a card when your hand is already full. So if you have 10 cards in hand and you draw, normally the card is burned. So it doesn't even like go to like a graveyard pile or anything. It just ceases to exist. But they currently have a legendary that allows them to rule break, which says any card that is burned returns to your deck until your hand has room for it. And then it is drawn.
So they can just have like a standby pile at that point.
Exactly, yeah. So it's like they have a deck and a standby pile, and they'll draw from the standby pile first if they had already attempted to hold that card. And so that can stave it off for a while. But there's a card that I run in this Murloc deck called Judgment, which will make all minions on the board equal to the stats of one of the minions on my side that I select. So it is very possible to be like, because the Murloc quest is for every 6 Murlocs you play, subsequent Murlocs will buff their stats +1/+1, and there's lots of ways to like generate Murlocs fast, and so it's possible to like put down a giant Murloc and already have some Murlocs on the board and be like, okay, I'm going to play Judgment on this giant Murloc now, and so all of your Murlocs now have giant stats, and it doesn't matter if your opponent has a decent board out because you could just one turn kill them at that point. Because you just gave all of your Murlocs giant stats. So it's been especially delicious because for so long there haven't been the right tools to like have a Murloc deck be like competitive, and so that's been pretty neat. And the other thing that I have been enjoying playing with is there's this thing that allows for Death Knight to have 2 hero powers at the same time.
Sure.
And one of them uses mana, and then one of them uses corpses, and that's pretty cool. So yes, it's at least still fun right now. I will say, like, I am still finding time to play other games, which is helpful. I did a Slay the Spire 2 run on Friday night, and man, I tell you what, like, even though I keep on spending more time in that game, like, I just like that base fighter you get as your very first character. What's it called? The Ironclad?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I just really like that tool set.
For sure.
Yeah, like, I mean, sure, I don't have a fucking cool little skeleton hand that follows me around or nothing, but, like, I just really, like, I have a good time making the Ironclad's, like, card set work together.
Yeah, Ironclad stuff is really great.
Yeah. So I guess thanks for coming to my Hearthstone confession.
Say 3 Hail Marys and you should be fine.
All right, great, fantastic, will do. Are you playing any video games that you're embarrassed to play?
Ooh.
No.
I'm a little embarrassed that it took me so long to give Point P a try.
What?
There's a game that Devolver Digital released through Netflix Games all those years ago. And Netflix removed it from their like service, unceremoniously. However, a few weeks ago, they just released it for free on like the app stores. Like they worked with the dev, and the dev just is cool just to have it out there. And so there's this like vertical like platformer called Point P where you like use like the pull and drag function to like jump and air jump to try to get these fruits. And when you land, whatever fruits you have get pressed into juice to feed this giant monster that's like following you as you continue to like ascend through like the stages. It's actually pretty well designed, and like the art style is really clean. I like it a lot. I think I initially like skipped it because it was on Netflix Games and I had no interest in trying it. But it's actually a very good video game. It was a good get. And so, I'm mostly embarrassed it took me so long to try it. But something that I'm outright embarrassed to be playing.
Okay. Yeah. I am reminded, because you invoked Netflix games, that they have shut down some of their remaining game studios.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. It does seem like
Netflix
Netflix
the MO right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was just like, I forget what, I can't point to like a particular release, but it's something where like a game comes out and they're just like, they're making money hand over fist. Like, why can't we just put out a video game and get like $1 billion? And the short version is that it's hard and it's difficult to plan for. But they didn't believe that at a time. They're just like, fuck it, let's throw the money at it. And now we're seeing basically all of those companies like take a step back because they realized it was harder than they initially considered.
One of the things I hate the most is Netflix declaring that sleep is competition with Netflix.
Yeah. That's the sign that we probably need to nuke it from orbit or something.
Wait, they mean like the bodily function?
Yes.
Oh, that's stupid.
Very.
You know what's actually competition with Netflix? The 40-hour work week. That's actual competition. Hey, Netflix, you want to go against a 40-hour work week? How about disposable income? You want to fix the income inequality stuff? That's competition with Netflix. Christ. Anyway.
For sure. But
I didn't realize I
yeah.
had opinions.
I mean, the whole reason that they got into games in the first place was they're like, people turn off Netflix to play video games. What if we catered to that need too? It's like that's such a it's not a great idea.
I imagine that they've lost a significant amount of money over it, so that's fine with me.
But could they maybe not buy like talented studios that make good games and then go, yeah, fuck it?
I mean, so like initially I was like, yeah, this isn't sustainable. And I don't know if they know if it's sustainable or not, but I feel like if more Point Bs happen and like even like this game Point B, I would have paid for it. I think I would have solidly paid like maybe like $5 to like $15 for to play it on my phone on an app store.
Right.
Because I think this game is really good. It has the space and it utilizes what it's trying to accomplish. And I don't think it was just like Netflix bought a complete video game, right? It's like Devolver Digital found a dev and they're trying to get them over the finish line. And part of the deal that they do to get them over the finish line is that they cut a deal with Netflix who pays money and then they fund the developer until they finish. And like the biggest problem with Point P was that like there was this fear that once it was removed from the Netflix like service, it was gone forever, and it turns out that's not what happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I feel like if these idiots want to throw money at developers so that they get their games over the finish line, I think that's fine if and only if they don't get to keep the rights forever. You know? Like I think that could just be a part of the ecosystem and like maybe Netflix's position is wrong and like they seem to be like receiving their own punishment for it and that feels like justice to me. Like if someone else who's a bit more sensible wants to enter into that kind of agreement to the benefit of like both people who play video games and the people that make them, that's all right with me.
Man, I just like I grow weary of these. I'm gonna call them tourist companies that show up in the world of games, and they're like, we've heard there's billions of dollars to be made here in video games, so we've bought Shiny Studio X.
Mm-hmm.
Put our faith in you, Shiny Studio X, and then like the company will develop a new interest in like you know, like driverless taxis, kidney dialysis, drone warfare, whatever.
Sure.
Yeah. Like they're like, we're turning our attention elsewhere. They're like what's a line item that we can put into like drone data centers for dialysis? Well, we could get rid of video games, sir. We bought this studio 4 years ago, and we told them to develop a video game, and we sent in a bunch of middle managers who have no idea what the fuck they're doing, and so they've been hampering their development for the last 4 years. Well, then say it's their fault, cut the studio, and we'll brag about killing the line out of the QBR. Like,
yeah, that shit sucks. Yeah, totally. I'm with you there.
Companies named Ham Sandwich Industries need to stop buying video game studios. You make fucking ham sandwiches, not video games.
I feel like I do also feel like that the problems around that, like the studios need the money for sure, right? So
Yeah,
like that's why they sell. But
yeah,
it's like their prices either need to be higher or like um you know there needs to be controls on what kind of like deals they're able to enter into, you know? And like video game development is even in this day is still like a relatively new industry and a lot of companies are flying by the seat of their pants.
yeah,
But I don't know. I feel like we're on the way to developing better terms. You know what I mean? Like there's definitely been some mistakes that happened years ago that like now the industry and all those who are connected to it are starting to suffer for. But like I'm confident that it'll result in lessons learned. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I can see that. Like, yeah, I mean, it is a comparatively I guess like what's something that we can do with video games, and it might be worth examining is we're like what at this point like about 50 years into video games as a competitive ecosystem.
I could believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we're about 50 years into video games as a competitive ecosystem. It might be worth our time to, and I don't necessarily mean us right now here today, but people who are smart and have uh, you know lovely jackets with elbow patches and pipes and libraries that smell of rich leather.
And mahogany.
And yes, I own many leather bound books. But uh, those folks might be examine where video games are as a as both like an artistic expression channel and also as a business object compared to where film was at the same time 50 years into its history.
That could be
Uh,
interesting. Yeah.
yeah, because that would be like what, like 1935. Yeah.
For sure.
Right. So what was the state of the film industry in like 1935? Like, um,
Oh man.
I believe that was the propaganda era.
I mean, there certainly was some of that.
Yeah.
We have a lot of that in video games, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah. Maybe take a less satirical look at Helldivers and tell me what you think,
Yeah, that's fair. Even just like Jake from State Farm being in 2K, you know? Like
Jesus fucking Christ! God damn it! God damn it. You know what? Earlier in this episode, I was walking around going, video games. Now I'm like, fucking video games. Just,
You know what? Like again, I don't feel like they're the same thing. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about like the like largely art objects, if I'm being honest. Like before, like that was the cool shit. And then like, 2K and shit is like those are AAA business objects, you know.
Yeah, okay, that's a fair point. We and maybe that's part of what's going on with video games right now is that we've really reached this point. This like we have reached a fork in the road, where Sony wants you to give them $1,200 for the privilege of having your license for a digital purchase revoked 5 years later.
It's just, you know what it is? Like, I feel like businesses have to scale ultimately, because otherwise they operate at a loss forever and they eat themselves alive. Like, sure, right? But I feel like Sony's trying to 10x wrong. And it's probably because of the size of their bills. You know what I mean? And like, you don't 10x by like making The Last of Us, right? You like 10x by doing something like Arma 2 into PUBG or like fucking supporting local funk until they figure out Balatro. And like they don't want to do that. Basically no one does. And like low key fair, but like that's what you're asking for. You know what I mean? Like the fucking I can't remember their name, but the guy who started fucking around with an Arma 2 mod until it became PUBG, and then like made a publishing company that was able to compete on the world stage, was like some guy on government assistance in Ireland for 7 years. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yep.
And like they want to skip all of that. They want to pretend that shit's not real.
John
instead,
Carmack and fucking John Romero launched development for Doom by hanging around at their day job after work.
Mm-hmm.
And being like, "Hey, boss, can we use these machines for game development? Well, as long as it's 5 o'clock and all your work is done, sure, I don't give a shit."
Right.
And then
And
Doom
like,
became fucking Doom.
yeah, and like these guys, they don't know their history. They want to pretend it doesn't exist. They want to draft a small army and like spend the GDP of a mid-sized country and hope that they get like 1.5 times back. And that's fucking gibberish. You know what I mean?
It's
like
just,
that's not anything at all.
I don't I look, I know this is the game I dunk on them. When I'm going for a series from Sony to dunk on, this is what I get out first. Fucking Uncharted.
Yeah,
but like,
for sure.
Show me. I want to meet the person who's like, Uncharted touched something deep inside of me.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, like that person doesn't exist. Like,
I don't think so. It's something to do, and that's fine. But like, shit, man.
Like that person, I tell you that person exists, but they exist in a space of like, this is a game that I played with my dad, you know, when he handed me an unplugged controller. It's not like, it's not the guy who's like, this is true poetry in motion or whatever, you know?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm just letting you know that guy exists, and I know I pinpointed him just now. So like, you know, it's okay. That guy can also exist here.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't be making decisions about the future of video games.
They really shouldn't. That's what I mean, you know? Like, but, you know, I'm glad that, like, the industry is rejecting people like Tommy Tallarico, you know? That, like, fucking people like Randy Pitchford, who, like, maybe had one or two good ideas, like, eventually show their ass and, like, they largely get laughed out of the industry. You know? Like, I still feel like nature's healing. That's where I'm at, you know? They've been doing a lot of shit that hasn't made sense, but, like, the waters are going to be clear someday, you know? Like,
the dolphins will come back, I believe, you know?
Oh, man. Yeah.
Man. Like, it just quadruple A video games were a mistake.
Oh, yeah. It's okay. They'll figure it out. They're going to lose a lot of money over it, but they're going to figure it out. You know? Like, they're going to realize that if they made 30 of these video games, oh, fuck. That is also another feature that I'm a little worried about. Like, I feel like we would definitely be in a better place if a company made, like, 40 AA video games as opposed to, like, 3 AAA or, like, 1 quadruple A.
Oh my god,
like,
you mean the PS2 era? Holy shit.
Is this conversation also now about Hollywood? Because, like,
Yes,
yes,
Tegan, yes.
Yeah. They're doing the same. We've got two industries making the same mistake at the same time.
Yes.
Which is what's extra frustrating about it, I think.
Yes.
There's an angle that I'm concerned about, which is difficult to articulate here, but I'm worried about, like, let's say we get into a situation where, you know, the all-in bets they realize it's a bad idea, they stop doing them, right? And instead, they like start doing stuff that looks like what Devolver's been doing for the most part, but like in a venture capital sort of way. And then we end up in a situation where like VC has been like eating like everything lately, but like it's starting to like bleed into lifestyle stuff where like your little league is owned by not just your little league, but the little league for you and like everyone in a 3-town radius is owned by a single VC firm. And since those have been sufficiently captured, all those prices go up, and they still promise that like your kid for sure is gonna make it to the pros, or like where like every like bowling alley is owned by a single company, and so all the prices are going up, and so like now you can't play a game on a Wednesday night with your friends without dropping triple digits. You know what I mean? And that's something else that like we're not close to right now, but could be like a second wave of this that I'm low key keeping an eye out for. But
the problem is that there's so many like let's look at Tina's invoked them film and video games. There are so many adjacent industries that are oligopoly, right? So like with video games, like where's the fucking distribution channels? Like if I want to go buy a video game, I want to fall out of my house, I want to walk out of my door and go buy a video game. You know what? I'm going to refine my sentence just a little bit. I want to go buy a new video game.
Okay.
Where the fuck do I go? Like, what are my choices if I just fell out of my door to go buy a new video
GameStop.
game?
It's like GameStop, big box stores, and then like specialty shops.
So I can go to like GameStop, Walmart, and Target, right?
Best Buy.
Yeah.
Best Buy still does video games.
They do indeed still do video games.
So they just cut out of movies.
They just cut out of movies, actually. Yeah.
And anime, which is a tragedy.
Yeah.
I get it, but not happy.
That'll get figured out. It's gonna be a mess, but fuck.
No, because that adjacent relationship is oligopoly, then that leads to companies like Sony going like, you know what, if we can just figure out how to squeeze these last two motherfuckers out,
right,
then we could have all the money. Like I'm the same problem exists in the film industry where like America is dominated by like 5 or 6 theater chains. Yeah. I'm not even talking studios. I'm talking theater chains.
To come back.
And so, like, if Disney comes along and says, like, "Hey, AMC, we'll give you all of the Star Wars, Marvel, and Disney movies you want. However, here's the monkey's paw. You have to have them on X number of screens for X number of weeks in order to get access to them." And so they're like, "Oh well, I guess we have to put The Mandalorian and Grogu on 4 screens for at least 3 weeks." Then The Mandalorian and Grogu bombs, and it bombed hard. But because like studios impose stuff like minimum screen requirements and minimum engagement requirements, then like screens which could be devoted to like an independent film, like aren't, because they need to honor a studio contract for minimum engagement. And it's like, people are like, well, why are people going to theaters anymore? And it's like, well, because if the theater is mandated to play like 4 weeks of some bullshit in order to get access to the bullshit at all, they're like, they don't have opportunity to like stick stuff in. Now, like, fortunately, there are some chains, like some regional chains, which are like getting wise to this, and they're telling various studios to like shove their minimum engagement requirements. But like, there's going to have to be a lot more of that in order for us to like, see enough pushback. But there has been some, like there was a movie this year called Obsession that was the first movie since E.T. to have its week-over-week gross increase for the first 4 weeks. Like an independently distributed film. A horror movie that was made for $2 million. Ended up like grossing something like $450 million. And of course, like all of the studios like took the wrong lesson for that. They're like, how do we make Obsession now? How do we get Obsession?
Right. Yeah. You mean like the Bellatrix? Yeah, like okay. So like what you're saying is what we need to do is we need to convince the people who care about art objects being used as business objects in America that the FTC is one of the most important offices that we all need to pay attention to.
Yeah. Like we as a nation should be fucking cracking heads when it comes to monopoly and oligopoly. Like there shouldn't the Microsoft purchase of Activision Blizzard should never have been approved. Never have been approved.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when they were getting questioned under oath about that? They're like, "Oh yeah, we swear up and down that we're going to put out Call of Duty on the Nintendo Switch for the next 10 years. We promise."
They did fucking say that.
They did. See, they're like, secret squirrel. We're putting out Call of Duty on Switch.
I need that in writing. I need that ironclad with like actual penalties. They're not going to do it. They said it was fine. You know, like fuck you, idiots.
Yeah, and now they did they make good on that? No, of course they didn't.
No.
And like all of the fucking things that the FTC said was going to happen as a result of that purchase have come to pass. Like, oh my god! Like I just. Like I mean, here we are on this podcast, which is ostensibly about video games, and we managed to like wind our way back into like, congrats, it's capitalism.
I don't know. Like I think of I think of most things like this, so that's also on me. But like in the way that I think about our podcast as a JRPG, it just feels like we were silly little guys, and we realized we have to kill God. You know, like that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. But also, like. It is important to understand, like, this is one of those things where it's like, we wanted to talk about video games, but we also have to talk about all of the things that are affecting video games. And I feel like, we walked in, like, at the very beginning, just like, wow, the Switch is great! Isn't it so fun? And then we were like, hang on, what the fuck?
Yeah.
My education didn't prepare me for this, and now my eye is wide open, baby. You know?
Real.
And, like, somebody's got to say it, and it's got to be somebody who promises not to sell you anything, and that's us. So.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that reminds me, Brian. I was telling Tegan about this yesterday.
You can buy a t-shirt maybe, but that's it.
Yeah,
you know.
This is a good t-shirt, actually, in retrospect. But Sean Duffy was apparently bragging recently that they hired a bunch of, like, or the Department of Transportation has hired a new cohort of like air traffic controllers, like 2,000 people, as a result of their ads targeting gamers. Have you heard about this?
No.
Great.
Delightful.
You're
Brian,
gonna have to
I'm
look
sorry.
at this one.
Delightful. I'm sorry. I had to look at it last night, so you know, your turn.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna grab it. It's gonna take me a second, but basically, Sean Duffy, were like, yeah, video gamers, they'll stay up at odd hours, and like, you know how difficult and demanding that fucking air traffic controlling is. And like they're just like, we'll get the gamers. They're just up playing all night. They put Fortnite in the fucking ad, Brian. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh Jesus Christ! I gotta see if I can find this.
At least air traffic controllers are compensated for their work. You know,
that is true. They are compensated for their work. They don't get to use it anywhere because, like, you know.
Yeah, but but they are compensated fairly. I think. They're one of the few remaining industries that is compensated fairly for their work. It's fucking hard.
This fucking ad. Okay.
I'm too old to be an air traffic controller, apparently, because I didn't know there were age limits for that, but I would have done it. You know?
I thought about doing it. I'm glad I didn't, actually.
I'd be a different person. I don't know if I'd be better or worse, but I would be different. You know?
I would also be a different person. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Brian, this ad is a thing that they blasted everywhere. But I think this one links specifically to the post on X where they had it. It is going to be as corny and terrible as you can believe. It's going to take about a minute. And so I'm going to play it. I'll cut this out of the show. I'll just put like a 3-second block or something. And then we can talk about what happened on this screen. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay.
You guys are trying to recruit gamers?
They problem solve, they're spatially aware, they do multiple things at the same time.
I've been a gamer most of my life.
Oh, they are looking for people that play video games. Okay, well that definitely fits
That's
me.
not.
Yeah, you know what? I'm one of them.
You can merge gaming with aviation. Why not? It's like the best of both worlds.
I actually encountered the gamer ad.
I grew up playing a lot of flight simulators. I've always loved airplanes.
The similarities, making decisions in just a couple seconds or less.
So I wrote down the date and I set
man.
to 12 until they launched the application.
I went out, passed the test, and I can't wait to become an air traffic controller overall.
This is my dream career because I think ATC is the coolest thing ever.
This is exactly what I want to do for the rest of my life.
And I have a proud wife, 3 sons.
I have my wife at home, 2 little girls. Great opportunity for me and my family.
We've never had a group perform that well.
Oh,
That's the ad that they were sharing.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, man. And for people who don't know, or this is on the other side of it, for people who don't know, America has had a shortage for air traffic controllers since about the 80s. Because of Ronald Reagan. Like, they were going on strike, as a lot of industries went on strike at the time, and they were going to shut down air traffic in the country until, their demands were met. And basically, Reagan directed his transportation secretary to fire them with impunity and put them on a blacklist, which like literally ruined generations of like air traffic controllers' lives. Like they were unable to get other jobs, especially because most of them came from the military directly to air traffic controlling, and they lost their homes. A lot of them, their marriages like fell apart because they could no longer support their families, and a lot of them ended up homeless and died. And more importantly, the country's like staffing of like air traffic controllers never actually fully recovered from that. The people that did end up staying were less than what was needed to train up a new group, and that has just been a problem in this country the entire time. And so this administration thinks they can fix it by hiring gamers off of the street, and I feel like that's just going to lead to new and interesting problems. But that's where we are now. I hope we all have fun, I guess.
My favorite new and interesting problem it's going to solve that I don't think they've considered is what happens when The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time releases and all of those gamers put in for PTO at the same time. You know?
Yeah.
That's not a thing that they thought about when they hired all those gamers.
Not even a little bit, no.
Not even a little bit. It's fine. It'll be fine. God, I hate Ronald Reagan. Anyway.
Same.
I just can't wait until some air traffic controller is like, Hawaiian Flight 719, can you get these nuts? Like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Also, importantly here, the 2,000 new hires, like they're not going to start, guiding planes yet. They're going to undergo the training process, which at minimum, if I remember correctly, takes about 2 years. So like, even if all 2,000 of them like survive the training process, they're not going to die and everything, but some people will just wash out. Like, there's no way that's going to be consistent. And I don't even think this is going to be like a replicatable. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Replicable like process in the future for like hiring, and like, man, it's also like ATC is definitely a notoriously stressful job. It has incredibly long hours, and especially since they've been short-staffed all this time, I don't know how much better that's going to get, even if all 2,000 of these like new like trainees become actual controllers in 2 years. Like, at best, it's still throwing a Band-Aid on the
reputation that profession has for like oh, well, it's Friday night, and I finally got off my last 12-hour shift for the week. Time to do all of the world's cocaine and cut myself for 2 days. Like, it's pretty hot. Like,
yep. It's gonna get wild, for sure.
You ever see Pushin' 10 with Billy Bob Thornton and John Cusack?
No, actually.
They play a couple of stressed out air traffic controllers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And they do some of that great shit, like sitting there, like seeing which one of them can like hold a lit match to their wrist longer, that kind of thing. Like it's
crazy. I'm looking at this this poster.
Of course, they're both trying to nail Angelina Jolie. It just goes. Yep.
This I'm looking at this poster right now, and I can see the whole vision. I feel like I can see the entire movie right now. That's so good. I gotta watch this. I'm gonna make some time. Honestly, is this actually in black and white, or these are just photos?
It is not in black and white.
Okay.
Man, all right. Well, I will not wander down a side quest of Jesus Christ. The administration is so stupid. I would think it is a parody of government.
Dude, they're in position to literally deal with psychic damage. That's what they're there for.
I saw footage of these so-called Patriot games.
Oh
and I'm like, what is this? What is this combination? What is it? Like, it was like a triathlon, but one of the games was cornhole, and
sure.
It was like, okay, here's the run, pole vault, cornhole. And just fucking put me down. Just take me out into the desert. Just put me down.
Nope.
Brian, that's what they want from you, dude. Come on, man. Just turn it off. You know what I mean? Just look at it for a second and be like, this is nonsense, and then turn it off. Dude, they want you discouraged. You know what I mean?
What you're saying is I should not let the run, pole vault, cornhole kill me.
No.
Absolutely not. Especially because then I'd have to tell people. You know what I mean? It's I know I used to podcast with this guy, but the run, pole vault, cornhole got him, It was just too much. And come on, man.
Cornhole? Like Tommy Tallarico's cornhole? No, not even that one. He survived Tommy Tallarico.
He survived Tommy Tallarico's cornhole. That one was fine. You know what I mean? God damn it, dude.
If I woke up tomorrow and I heard we're going to make an announcement. It's a very big announcement. It's a very beautiful announcement. It's the best announcement we could make. Huge news, huge news. People are saying it's great. It's the best news. We have a new Department of Technology and Shiny Things. And that's what they're in charge of. It's so beautiful. It's such a great department. It's what they do. They're in charge of the technology. The AI, they're going to do that. They're going to do that at the department. But we wanted to get the best minds over there. Minds that are good. Minds that people talk about. People say, I know the best mind.
Not as good as my mind, of course. My mind is the best mind.
But minds that are good. And what we're going to do is we're going to get over there, the new Secretary of Technology and Shiny Things. A round of applause for Secretary Tommy Tallarico.
Yeah.
God. I'd be like, all right. This may as well happen now.
We gotta go to war, Fuck. That's what they want, too. You know that?
Yeah.
I fucking hate that shit.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
They want it so bad. They want it
do.
so bad.
Yeah.
I caught a minute of Robert F. Kennedy's fake cooking show. Where he's like, hey, everybody, because he's got that voice from that time he tried to eat a rotten moose. He's like, hey, everybody, I want to show you how you can cook whole foods for your family, and it's cheaper than you think. And he throws up Rocky, I swear to God, he throws up a receipt that shows how cheap it is to cook with whole foods and natural ingredients. And
Sure.
on this fucking receipt, it shows a pound of fresh sockeye salmon. He's like, pound of fresh sockeye salmon, $4.99. And I'm like, you motherfucker. I want you to show me where you're getting this pound of fresh sockeye for $5. Show me. You know what? Don't even show me. Show anyone. Show someone.
Someone who can read. You know what I mean? Like,
really? Like pound a sockeye for $4.99. Fuck off. Fuck off. This is the best whole of natural ingredients. People are eating the Twinkies and the ding dongs because they cannot afford the sockeye, Robert. They cannot. They eat trash and shit because it is all they can afford. Fucking nincompoop. Oh. God damn.
Yeah.
You know what? I cannot afford to let the fucking run, pole vault, cornhole kill me because I need to survive. I need to defeat them.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, man. That's some grade A psychic damage also, by the way. Thanks for that. Woo, boy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did the sockeye get you through?
Sockeye got me, man.
Yeah.
That one got me for real. I'm gonna be okay. This is not how I die, so like I think that's all right. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna use this for something. Jesus Christ, $4.99 sockeye salmon. Shut the fuck up. All right, I'm back. What are we doing? What's going on?
Oh no, man, you told me.
You playing video games, Rocky?
I've been playing some stuff. I'm like regimenting myself a little bit. I'm keeping an eye on it. I don't want to do it too much. Because again, like I'm doing a little this, a little that, like all the time, and I'm trying to like structure it. And I'm worried that I'll get to a point where I'm over structuring it to the point where I lose the plot. You know what I mean? Because like it's for recreation. I'm trying to have fun, but I'm also trying to do stuff. TM. I am salivating at playing Monster Hunter Wild on stream again. I am like on the edge of like unlocking the big stuff. I get to fight Omega soon. I'm gonna fight Gogmazios. All the alpha tempered monsters are about to open up to me, but I gotta do this quest and I gotta do it on stream. So I've been cleaning up side quests and like I've been hitting flow state on some of my bow gun and my dual blade stuff, and that's great. That's a lot of fun, honestly. Also, you know, I mentioned I'm doing TFT again, and I'm remembering what I used to know, and I'm like acclimating to the space, and that's cool. In preparation of the new Fire Emblem game that's coming out, in which I get to hang with my cousin Kai in Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, I'm playing one Fire Emblem map a day. That's what I'm doing. I have on my flip phone that I've reskinned as a DS and loaded my emulators on it so that it works natively, and I just like pop open. Right now I'm doing Fire Emblem GBA, like the one with Hector hard mode, and I'm doing a run of Lyn at the moment, and I do a single map a day and then I put it down, and that's nice. I'm trying to, you know, study for Mahjong so I can get back to being a Mahjong master, and maybe one day I'll be a saint, but I don't have real solid plans for that at the moment. What else have I been doing? I've been playing Slay the Spire. I finally got my Ascension 10 run on the Silent done, and everyone else is at A6, which feels pretty good. Jesus Christ. What else have I been doing? Sometimes I'll play a quick run of Star Fox to relax. Let me see. I've been playing Splatoon. I need to figure out what I'm really doing with Splatoon right now. I'm still kind of in a holding pattern. Like, it's really dependent on like what's going on with Splatoon 4. But they're doing the rehash summer Splatfest again. We're fighting for Team Palace. I think I'm going to do another dually Splatfest as opposed to like taking the Brella seriously on this one, or even like doing like a sword. I could do a sword, I think, still with the loadouts that I have right now, but I think I'm going to lean on dualies again. We had a really good Splatfest last time. Might turn it up a bit more this time. That could be cool. I've been playing a little Point B. Jesus Christ, what have I been up to? But yeah, I've been nickel and diming a lot of games at the moment. Like, I don't have a big project, but I'm definitely willing away at a lot of things, you know?
God, that's so many games.
That's a lot of games.
I've been playing stuff.
I'm not playing that many games.
Hmm.
Like, famously. We did a big walk. Big walk was great. I want to do another big walk. Because we have not gotten through the journey that is the big walk.
True.
So, but we're gonna have to connect with everybody on that. Last week on stream, we did the new peak biome update. That was fun. That was so fun, and I can't even tell you about it, which makes me sad. Oh my god!
I mean,
it was
you can tell
so
Brian
goofy.
about it. Like, I don't think Brian Brian doesn't have like reservations about spoilers. So,
Brian, there's a secret ending to peak. Did you know?
I did not know that.
There's a secret ending now. They said that they only dropped 2 biomes and they lied, and there's a secret ending, and it's really, really stressful. It's scarier than any horror game. Can't wait. I can't wait to take all my friends up the peak again.
I'm gonna need more. This is fascinating.
Oh my god, so good. There's a whole but Rocky's here. Rocky, take your headphones out. And also ignore he's gonna have to ignore this segment. Oh my god. So there is if you on the way up the mountain, they have added 4 scout statues that have like merit badges on them. And you can take the merit badges with you to the peak if you want. The merit badges are usable items, but whenever you use the item, the merit badge to do like the special OP thing that it does, it locks part of your permanent stamina bar, so you can't use your extra stamina anymore. Like, it just permanently chops it down, which is crazy. And if you use them too many times, you turn to stone. You become petrified.
Oh.
I know, right? So if you get through the 2 new biomes, which are the Gloom and the Citadel, which is like a graveyard haunted full of ghosts and frogs that want to pull you into this fog that make you fall asleep, terrifying. And the Citadel, which is like Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Temple, you have to climb all the way to the top, and avoid like arrow traps and saw blades in the walls and more petrification rock and like all kinds of stuff. If you get all the way up to the peak now, if you go behind the peak where the scout statue was that had the gem thing, if you give it all of the merit badges, it will give you an orb to commune with. And if you commune, you get set to Nadir, which is a different biome that's a mishmash of all the biomes stuck together in a weird, like, awful, floaty, anti-gravity puzzle. It's all gray, like, all the rock is gray, and the bottom is a pit of unclaimed souls that are trapped on this island. And you can free the Scoutmaster's soul, and then the lost souls start to rise, and you have to climb all the way back out with the Scoutmaster's soul, or you lose. And it's so scary, because the whole time that the souls are rising, there's this ominous heartbeat in the back. Fuck the music. It's just heartbeat in the background. Oh my god. My hands were shaking. I got so sweaty. Like, it was so bad. I had to lock the fuck in. And I got everybody to the peak. We all escaped, and the Scoutmaster escaped, and we freed him from the island, and he came back on Mr. Grizz's helicopter with us. And that's the ending of Peak. Oh my god. It was so scary, though. It was so scary. Ugh, it was so much fun. I want to do it again. You know?
Yeah.
I want to do it again, like, immediately. It was so scary, but I want to do it again. I could do it again, you know? Okay, that's everything I have to say about Peak. Do you have any questions?
I think I'm good.
Okay, I'm gonna tell Rocky to come back. Rocky, you can come back. Hello.
Yeah.
God. Anyway, I think you're gonna have fun with Peak when we go back to Peak.
Cool.
And then, other than that, I'm still working my way through Harvestella. I'm still working my way through Splatoon Raiders. Splatoon is about to do another an 11.3 update, I think. And they did announce that in the 11.3 update, if you have finished the Splatoon Raiders story mode, you get access to one of the soda pop bottle splatter shots from Raiders
That's cool.
as like a regular gun. Yeah. So like ideally I'll have it done before Splatfest, but probably not, you know, just because there's too many things going on. I've overbooked myself, and unfortunately there's nothing I can drop, you know?
It is what it is.
Yeah. Oh well. You know? We'll get there. We'll get through it all, I believe.
Same.
Oh. So we've got Rocky trying to balance discipline with fun. Tegan, Scary Peak. I've been in Slade Spires and Arthing Stones.
Hell yeah.
Y'all, is that the video games for the week?
I'm with it.
Cool. Rocky, you want to take us home?
Yeah, sure. Hey, everybody get in the car. We're going home. I'm kidding. This has been the Impossible Coin Podcast. Thanks for hanging out. You know, remember that free play is for 2 hours a day, and look forward to Senior Day. Bring your senior, and you can get a free drink and some extra playtime. That could be cool. The music at the beginning and end of this podcast was produced by our friend Kid Brother, Big Sach. You can find his work on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/BigSachNJ, and his band's work at betweenrooms.bandcamp.com. Our logo was designed by Lauren Moran, and you can find her at Lauren Moran on most social media platforms, especially Patreon, where she does her really good work. Consider becoming a patron. We are on social media. I'm still on Facebook and Instagram. Brian is on Blue Sky. Tegan is on Tumblr. It's all Impossible Coin. No dashes or underscores or anything weird like that. In fact, if you see any imposters, please let us know, and we will take the necessary actions. We are also on stream a few times a week at twitch.tv/ImpossibleCoin. And we'd love to hear what songs you bring to us when we're live. That could be great. But that's us. That's the show.
Cool. Peace.
Bye.